All right. Welcome back, guys. The Heroes Mutants Podcast, episode 8. I'm Ruben here as the host with my other co-host, Josh.
What up, guys?
And we have a special guest tonight joining us. Shout out to the Audio Extracts Podcast. You know, we got our man right here, Stefan.
Yo, what up? What up?
How you doing, brother? Welcome to our podcast.
Doing good. Thanks for having me on, gentlemen.
Awesome. All right. So how you guys doing this week, dude? I mean, I feel like the week takes forever. I always look forward to this, but how you guys feeling today?
Well, man, I didn't know I was coming on until like a couple minutes ago. So I was like, all right, run it.
Well, what a surprise, right? I'm glad you're on here, though.
I know.
How about you, Josh? How you feeling today?
Feeling good. Lazy day today. No work. Just relaxed. Just trying to stay safe still, you know.
Yeah,
Quarantine
most
keeps
definitely,
everybody
dude. We gotta
inside.
stay safe. Hope everyone is staying safe
What
out
about
there.
you,
know?
Rubes?
I'm doing well. Today I was feeling a little silly, so came as Deadpool today.
Nice. Perfect fit.
So don't mind me if I say little remarks that are just out of nowhere.
Man.
I'm gonna bring that Deadpool feel to it, hopefully.
Yeah, right. These dudes say all that, but they act. They're all pretending. Josh has a secret life where he's partying all the time with these billionaire kids and all these Ivy League school preps. And then Ruben fights crime and makes sure the streets are safe in Alhambra.
During this quarantine, bro, gotta make sure everyone's wearing a mask.
Oh, yeah.
Neighborhood watch, right?
So I hope. What's up?
I got you guys all figured out.
All
So
right,
don't even try anything with me today. All right.
But the
All right,
fans
well, now
don't,
we'll see
man.
what tonight brings, man. I'm looking forward to it. We got our special guest tonight. So you guys ready to dive into these topics?
Yeah. What you got?
Run it.
All right, let's do it. So starting off with the first one. So I hear there's talks about a Green Lantern series. Who do you guys think should portray the role? I know there's a couple actors out there that could. Well, I don't want to say a couple. On my top of my head, I have two. But what do you think, Josh?
I don't know. I've been running with it in my head, trying to find any actors. I just still haven't figured out who might be able to reprise that role.
After Ryan Reynolds, is that what you're saying, or
no? Just
someone
overall, like I'm just trying to figure out what actor could be fit to portray that one. You
That
know, we already
role.
have so many good actors portraying
Damn.
superheroes, especially in like the Marvel universe.
And
They're
what's something
taking
you would
them
look for
everywhere.
in like an actor? Who do you like? What do you like? Who would you want as a Green Lantern? As you say, like what kind of actor are you looking for to portray that role?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm not really too big into the Green Lantern, so I've only read
Not even
a
from,
couple
like, Justice
comics.
League back
I've
in the
seen
days?
the animated, but
Yeah.
like he still wasn't like one of the heroes I followed much.
Okay.
Maybe what's his name? Gordon Levitt.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see him being
Green
Green
Lantern?
Lantern. Yeah.
Okay.
See, most of my memories of Green Lantern come from the Justice League cartoon.
Right. Yeah. Same here, man.
And what I would like to see for Green Lantern to come back, like no offense to Ryan Reynolds, he did the best he could with what he was given.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that portrayal and that movie was awful. The Green Lantern
Yeah.
movie.
Storyline could have been way
So,
better for sure.
Ryan was able to bounce back with Deadpool. Hey,
Hey.
I didn't know I was coming on the podcast with freaking Deadpool today. Like, oh shit. But you need an actor that's gonna play the character raw and strong, because that's how I remember Green Lantern in the cartoon. Because I didn't read too many Green Lantern comic books growing
Yeah.
up. So what I've seen of Green Lantern is he's just not afraid. He never backs down.
No, he never
So
did.
and
who-
very powerful.
So who do you
with that
see
ring
fit
in his
for
power
that?
set.
As an actor,
Yeah,
like
as an
that,
actor.
who do you think would be a cool portrayal? Or you just want? Is that what you were just explaining? That you just want?
Let's
anyone to
see,
play
for
that?
a good actor to play the Green Lantern and hold up that mantle.
Yeah.
Dang. Maybe like let's see, man. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's a couple of. That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying. There's
even-
not too many. I don't think there's even that many actors. That's how
Well, I kind of agree with you earlier. You said Idris Elba. I think he would be a good fit for the Green Lantern.
especially the way they've been.
if
I mean,
he's
he
not
would be
already
good.
playing
Too,
someone.
yeah.
No, well, I mean,
They're
he
superheroes?
was a Marvel. He was in Thor, so he's out of the MCU now.
Oh, he
That's
was.
right.
in
So now
Thor.
he can make
was
a
one of the-
transition
yeah,
into
he was
DC
the
if he would like to.
gatekeeper, basically. Damn, that would actually be pretty cool, and especially the way they've been, portraying or changing it up.
Well, I mean,
they're not
yeah,
just keeping it as.
And you see the actors crossover between
white
the
actors
universes
or
too.
anymore
So why
like
not
that.
do that again?
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I was thinking of what was his name? Charlie Hunnam
The
played in
one
SOA from Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, dude. I
yes.
think I'm sorry if I
Okay.
pronounced that wrong, but
Jax
yeah,
Teller.
Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, Jax Teller. There you go,
King
bro.
Arthur.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there
He
you
also
go,
portrayed
yeah.
King Arthur.
King
I didn't
Arthur.
like that movie a lot, but I think Charlie will portray a cool Green Lantern. I don't know. I think he's good. What is he? He's English or something like that.
Maybe if he cut the
Probably
hair
Australian.
and maybe even shaved off the facial hair.
Yeah, because I
Maybe for
remember
Green
when they were
Lantern?
talking about a Green Arrow movie or something like
Mhm.
that, they were thinking about him too.
yeah.
They were thinking about him that he would portray a cool. If they were to bring the Green Arrow into the DCU,
He looks more like
he
a
would
Robin
be
Hood
because of his
kinda
goatee
character,
and all
so-
that stuff, you know. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's why, since it's the Green has to do something with that. I feel like, why can't he play the Green Lantern too? You know, it might, and it also depends on the way the kind of suit they give him, whether it's gonna be that original black with the green. You know what I'm saying? Or are they just gonna go all out with the green suit? I don't know. Anything could happen, but yeah, I think Charlie would be a pretty cool,
That would be good.
cool Green
He would-
Lantern.
yeah, he
And
was
I'm gonna
good in
throw
Sons
this.
of
I'm gonna throw this
Anarchy.
in here too, just because it's gonna be on our next topic that I'm bringing up. John Krasinski. I think he would be a pretty cool Green Lantern, but I don't want to throw that in there just like that because he did just get into recent talks with Marvel. I don't know if you guys heard about that. He met with Marvel. Do you guys think he'll be Mr. Fantastic?
Well, I mean, that's what the fans have been asking for since the beginning. Ever since everything went down with Sony and the whole
The whole merger and
yeah,
all
the
the
whole
rights
merger
and all
there.
that,
Yeah,
right?
as soon
I
as
can
that whole
imagine
merger
it.
happened, the fan art has always been pointing to John Krasinski. He's been talking about it too, saying that he would want to portray that role if he would be able to, you know, especially with his wife Emily.
Emily Blunt, right?
Yeah, Emily Blunt.
I think
Yeah.
he puts on some size too.
Well, I mean, he's
Yeah,
already,
he's already
added
portrayed a
some
couple
size.
of-
I mean,
yeah,
he's
he
been
has.
doing what
Since his
the
Jim
Jack
Harper
Reacher.
role in
He
The
looks
Office.
pretty
He did
big
Jack
too in,
Reacher, so
He
that
did Jack
Fireplace.
Reacher.
he
There you
did that
go.
one.
Yup.
So you know he's been working out.
Yeah,
for
and
that
he also
show.
came out in I forget the name of the movie, but he also came out in some sort of like army based on a true story too, if I'm not mistaken. He came out in some sort of like military movie. And
That's
even
right.
Roy, the dude Pam's freaking
That's right.
from The
Yeah.
Office.
I've seen
and
memes
Roy.
and
yeah,
pictures
so
of
he
that.
has
So
you
you're
know,
right,
he
he
could
did look a
build,
little
he could
built.
get big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Compared to his Jim Harper role in The Office, like I think
But
He's a
then
pretty
again,
good
Reed
actor.
Richards is never that big of a character. Like overall, like
wasn't.
muscular. He wasn't.
and that's
that
what I'm
big.
saying. So that's why I think it would be cool if he just any role he will portray in the MCU. I think he'll be pretty cool. But I don't know. I feel like
Well, he is a director,
think
so
I was-
maybe
yeah,
they could find some way to have him.
that's the
direct
second
some
half of
part
this
the
question.
MCU.
Reed
But-
Richards isn't that big, but they shouldn't make the same mistake like they did for Danny Rand and Iron Fist, because that dude was
Oh,
going for the
yeah,
more
dude.
lean look,
Yeah,
like how some martial artists are,
yeah,
and I just don't think it worked. I think it's good that every actor puts in some, lean muscle on, so they look somewhat like actual superheroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even someone like Mr. Fantastic, even though his character is like stretchy and all that.
yeah.
He still has to have some build, some mass to him, in order to at least like.
Yeah, and like
Just
Josh
scare
was saying
people.
too, he might be
Shit.
he's a director as well. Well, let me put my opinion on that. About him maybe being Mr. Fantastic. I could see him as him, but I don't know. I feel like I think I was talking about it with you earlier, right, Josh? How he played the Jim Harper role and that goofy, and Reed Richards is kind of well, at least from the old movie that we saw, he's kind of the same. He has that goofiness. He likes to play those jokes. Unless they're gonna keep him serious in this movie where he acts just like a pure scientist, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think John will want to portray a kind of goofy side. So that's why I think he'll portray another role in the MCU.
In the MCU.
In the MCU, yeah, in the MCU. But it would be pretty cool. Like I
But
said,
where
as long
would you
as
see him if you see him as another character?
I could see him as I ain't gonna lie. I could see him as a Wolverine somewhat.
I would.
I don't know. So Wolverine, and I'm pretty sure there was another character I brought up to you earlier, but it slipped my mind though.
I
Slipped
don't
my
know.
mind.
He had
He'd
to
be
get
better
a-
than Daniel Radcliffe. Some people are trying to put him in the runnings to play Wolverine, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Nah, definitely not. Definitely
Have Harry
not.
Potter
Even
play
Even with all the
Wolverine.
scruffy facial hair, I'm like, nah, man.
He doesn't. No,
Nothing in the
he's
mannerisms
not
or
vicious
build.
enough.
Even though he's a good actor, no
Yeah.
way could he portray that role.
No.
Nah, I
Weapon
couldn't
X.
see that. I couldn't see that happening either.
we're already getting Robert Pattinson
as a freaking Batman,
as a
right?
Batman.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah,
Let's see how
But
Twilight
we'll
does
see.
before we put
Oh
Harry
man, I
Potter
don't
in
even
the
want to talk
picture.
about Twilight. I didn't even care about for those movies. But talking about John, he's a producer, right? And you guys think he could produce a movie in the MCU? And if he does produce a movie in the MCU, what kind of movie would you guys want him to produce?
I mean, since he's more known for the whole comedic role, I believe Ant-Man would be a pretty good one, especially since they are saying that the whole Fantastic Four might be introduced or debut in the whole Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
If he does get that position as Reed Richards, I think that would be great because he could do both the acting and the directing.
But would you really
for it.
like that though? You would really want him to direct
honestly,
his own movie?
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna full on direct, but he's gonna have some
Like
sort
some
of
say in
some sort of the direction that
I
they
don't
could
think
do.
he has that Ryan Reynolds type of publicity yet
I mean,
to do that in the MCU.
I think he does. I mean, he did Quiet Place. Quiet Place.
Yeah, but
seemed
we're
to
talking
blow
about
up so much of a
superheroes
movie.
right now, and Ryan Reynolds had
Jack
a fight.
Reacher was a
Ryan
video game.
Reynolds had a
that
fight
was a
lot.
video game, and he somehow pulled it off, especially with what is it on Amazon Prime?
Yeah,
He
but
blew
see,
that
that's,
up,
that's
that's going
that's
towards,
something
You're going
different,
video
though.
games though, so you're going into an aspect of it becoming something that's not live action.
But like
you
I
know?
said, I don't think like Ryan Reynolds fought a lot just to get his own movie, dude, to do his own.
But
Deadpool
again,
movie
everybody
and all that.
wanted Ryan Reynolds to return as Deadpool. They wanted him. They wanted him to become Deadpool again. They wanted that redemption. That's the reason why he worked so hard for it.
Not only that, but I just feel like he's the one who asked for that role. So not only because the fans wanted him back, I think he really just fought for the rights to do what he wanted to do, and he's doing what he wanted to do. Not any other actor that I know in the MCU has that freaking power to do that right
John
now.
has a wide range. Yeah, he's very comedic, and we've seen that from his iconic role as Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
Some people might have trouble ever seeing him, realistically
Somewhere else.
portray another character.
Yeah.
But after seeing him in A Quiet Place, you see his range as an actor. And even in that other movie, what was the name of that?
Which
The
one?
Reacher?
The Jack Reacher?
Jack
The
Reacher.
series.
He
Yeah,
can
that-
get serious
that
and even
series is
portray
awesome,
like
man.
action sequences. So
Yeah, and that's why I don't think he wants to go back to something silly. I think he wants to have something more.
But then
mainstream.
again, the
Imagine something
Fantastic Four
darker,
are known
like,
for that silly.
imagine
That's
like-
why I don't think he would come back as Reed Richards.
imagine
That's what I was
like
trying to explain earlier.
Thunderbolts or something like that. where
Dude,
you
yeah, I
have all
could see him
these
as something like that too.
characters with darker backstories and histories and who used to be villains. Kind of similar to what Suicide Squad sort of was. Or I could even see him getting involved in something like Moon Knight, which is a lesser known character. A Moon Knight kicks ass.
Moon Knight would be pretty good. Okay.
Could
I
you see him
that.
portray a villain? Like, imagine like a Spider-Man villain.
I don't know
Like-
about Spider-Man. I could see him portray a
Like
villain. Like
Vermin.
if he really wanted to
I don't
portray
know
a
which
villain,
one.
I honestly
Carrion.
think he can. Just because, like we're saying, he wants to try something different. He wants to
He
expand
wants
his
to show his
range.
versatility.
Exactly. Where it's not just silliness, where everyone knows him, like we were talking about. He's just being funny.
Rainn Wilson could portray a sick character in the MCU. I could totally see that. Maybe even a villain.
I could see him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see him in DC. I could see him in Batman. I could probably see him as the Riddler. A little weird Riddler, kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe. I would
But
see him
yeah,
there.
me, a movie I would want to produce, honestly don't know. I would, like I said, I could see him as a Wolverine, but like I said, I don't think he'll produce anything where he'll come out in. So if he wants to get a foot in that door to the Marvel just to produce, even if he doesn't even become like a character,
Well, he's in talks already, so at least we know he has.
he has
some foot
something up
in
his
there,
sleeve.
you
Yeah.
know,
So
he's-
whether it's not but like I said, if it were a movie, Marvel wise, damn, I would want him to. Damn, that's a tough question, dude. Because actually after his previous movies that he did, I can't. It's up for grabs, dude. That's the way I see it. It's just up for grabs. I really don't know what. Damn, dude. I'm thinking about it in my head as I keep talking, because I really want to put a movie out there or even a TV
Yeah,
series.
well, I mean,
but like you said, he has
it's
his foot in the
just-
door, and I'm looking forward.
I see
I'm
him.
looking forward to
I
it.
would like to see him as Reed Richards, especially with all that comic art that I've seen, all the fans putting them
Yeah, all
under
the
there.
fans doing
It
that
would be nice. It
artwork,
would be
dude.
nice to see that, and
They
especially
did the same thing
it
with
would.
Charlie though,
With who?
as the Arrow, but that hasn't happened yet.
Ooh.
Charlie Hunnam, I was just saying right now, if I would want to see someone as the Green Lantern.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know the route that DC's going. At least for
Mhm.
Marvel, we do. I would want to. I actually would see him as Reed Richards, especially if that is the
Yeah,
talk
I'm not
with them.
complaining. As long as he comes into the MCU, I'll be happy. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be happy with seeing him in the MCU.
But yeah, killed it as Jim for sure.
you know
He
what?
did.
Most iconic role ever.
To
He even
What's up,
said
play
it.
Steph? What's up,
Green
Steph?
Lantern, this is who you need: Sam Worthington, the dude from Clash of the Titans and Terminator
Ooh,
Salvation.
Okay, I know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Worth one?
Yep.
I could see
'Cause
that. Yes.
He could prove that he can play the role of leading man. It's just I think he's been out of the scene for a while. I
Since
can't
Clash,
remember
since
the-
Clash about there. No, he had Man on the Ledge.
See, I didn't catch that one, so I haven't seen him
I
for a
feel-
while.
I feel like that's the last movie I saw him in.
But that's someone who I feel could realistically portray a Green Lantern that you can take seriously, and that's portrayed in a more raw, like kind of gritty way, as gritty as you can get with his character.
Okay.
I could see that. I would
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
All
Green
right.
Lantern.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like I said, I hope John does finalize something with with Marvel, and whether it's a movie or him producing something.
Yeah.
I mean, whether he's a character or he produces something.
Come on, Marvel, who
I
are
want
you
that
kidding?
to happen, dude.
Mr. Fantastic, let's
Yeah,
see
I
it.
know all
Yeah,
this
that's
craziness
what
is
we
going
want to
on,
see.
but hey,
Yeah,
let's
no,
make
of
it
course.
happen,
And
dude.
we finally
you know?
get the MCU take on it. We've gotten 2 versions. Now we get another one.
Yeah.
Third
All I
time's a
know-
charm.
Yeah. And then speaking
Let's
on
see.
that topic too, with the whole Fantastic Four, they were saying that they wanted to debut also Nathaniel Richards, which is Reed Richards' kid.
His kid.
Yeah,
that's
they were
right.
saying that they want to maybe debut him in Ant-Man 3. When the talk, basically, like they're saying all this leak that
Yeah.
their talks, they're saying that Fantastic Four will debut in there too. So why not introduce the kid there? For people that know Nathaniel Richards' history. In the future, he does become Kang the Conqueror. He goes through a long struggle.
That's true.
For
That's,
some,
that's right.
He tries going back in time. He's also known as one of the strongest mutants in the MCU as well. I forgot what happens, but apparently I know. So with Kang the Conqueror being introduced in the whole series, I know they said that they wanted him to be one of the main villains in the MCU.
Yeah.
We might see him introduced in Falcon. But yeah, hopefully getting that aspect of it where we're getting the beginning of an act, like basically how if he does become Kang the Conqueror in the future, and that's how they're gonna introduce him, seeing him become Kang in the MCU would be pretty good too. It's a new
It'll be a
vision.
cool
It's
storyline
a new
and all that,
storyline
right?
you take. We usually
Storyline.
don't see a character portray from a good character into a bad one. I think it would be something totally new, especially
Yeah.
with this whole new.
They tried
Young
doing that
Avengers.
with Hawkeye, but
Yeah, they
that
did a
dark
little bit
side,
with
yeah,
that
that dark
game
side
when
and
he
all
just
that.
he gets lost, and then you have Scarlet. I mean, no, well, not Scarlet. Scarlett Johansson. But
yeah, Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah, she found him. It's crazy. I didn't expect her to find him like
That
that.
with the samurai sword in that
Dude,
scene
he
was
was
crazy. I
badass.
wish
I want to see what they do with that moving forward. I mean, I already know they're introducing a new
Well, they're
Hawkeye,
doing- yeah.
but with that character alone, his dark side, that'd be pretty cool if they had that alone.
He's a savage.
Talking about
yeah.
dark sides, though, what do you guys think about the Justice League Dark animated movie releasing next week?
I saw the trailer for it. It's called Apocalypse War. The trailer looks good. It's basically, well, I mean, they've had a couple already Justice League Dark animated series.
Yeah,
The last one, I forgot what it was called, but that one was actually really good. So I'm looking. I think it's the same director. I forgot the director's name, but I'm looking forward to this one that's dropping. I know last week we did talk Mortal Kombat. That one
Yeah.
dropped, guys. If you guys missed that one, that one's a really good movie for you guys to watch. But yeah, Justice League is another one that's gonna come up. So I mean, quarantine, we're all stuck in the house. We got something other to watch, Especially, I'm excited. We'll see what they do. Usually, Justice League Dark has a good take on it. They always do pretty good
I mean,
on those.
consists of the more like supernatural aspects
just
of
about
all that
yup.
stuff. So that's going to be really dope. What's it going to be rated, Josh?
I actually don't
That
even know
one
that
is
myself.
PG-13.
PG-13?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way to go for all these animated cartoons. The PG-13
Yeah, well, normally,
ones
yeah, when
slap.
it comes to animated series, TV or movie, I think they gotta keep it PG somehow, PG-13 just because of the kids. Kids
Yeah, it
are
has to be
they're making
viewable
a
for the
man. Yeah,
audience.
exactly. And since I guess adults sometimes we do, we do watch them because
But I feel
we
there's more
grew up with them.
liberty to making an animated movie rated R more than a live action one.
That's
It's
true. I agree with you on that.
I
so I
mean,
would like to
the
see more
reality
animated
is
movies
all of
more
these
rated R.
comic books and cartoons and movies alike, they have a large adult fan base too that's
Yeah.
spending this money, like not just the kids. So these
Yeah, and it's
PG-13
because
ones make
exactly all
bank.
those animated TV series and all that shows, they were freaking the adults now that are older than us, they were growing up watching that. And then we grew up watching
Mhm.
it too in the
Mhm.
90s, so that aspect of it, it just we want to continue it. If you're real fans of it, real lovers of all that, we're gonna
Yeah.
keep up to date with it. Whether it's animated or not. Well, there'll be times
Well, it's
where
also
people will
that the
question you
comics
like,
are
why you
way
still
more graphic. Like
if they were, yeah, if
go
they were like the
way in
comics, see,
depth on
but see, that's
graphics on
nothing
like
new though.
what
We
you see
already
here.
know, even with the movies today,
Yeah.
they're still not as graphic as they are. That's why I liked Old Man Logan, dude. Old Man
Mhm.
Logan was, oh,
Oh well, yeah.
when it
Logan.
well,
comes
Logan,
Logan was
yeah.
just.
But dude, like you said, those comics, dude, they're never the same as the TV series or the
Mm-mm.
movies. They always gotta hold back somehow.
Yeah.
But that's what I
But with an
like.
animated
That's what
movie,
I
I would
like.
want to see more
But like I
of
said, with the
that
new
rated R.
Wolverine movie and even the Deadpool movies, how they're making them rated R.
Mhm.
If Disney keeps moving forward that way, not with all the movies, but with movies and characters that we know are pretty
I
graphic,
could see them
that'd
going
be
that
pretty
route,
cool.
like
I could too.
making it rated R, but like just not connecting it to the MCU, just making it like a side story, a part of it. Like maybe it could be like a Venom or a Morbius where you could like just talk about it, but it's not really like events that the Avengers or anybody in the MCU could really talk about. I feel like that would be a great way for Disney to step out the boundaries if they are going to try to go a rated R route. As for DC, they have their ways of going about it, But I mean, we usually always get Marvel movies, and those are always PG-13.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this new Justice League Dark series. So I really do just hope, well, not series, a movie, right? So
Yeah,
I
there's gonna be
hope
a
that it
movie.
comes out as the way the character should portray it. It has that
Yeah.
little mystical feel, that dark side. And I know the comics last year too, they brought a couple new Justice League Dark movies. I know Wonder Woman, oh dude, she was portraying that role pretty killer. Um so I don't know if it's anything like the comics, these animated
Well, I
movies.
know it's
I
been
follow.
confirmed that Constantine and Swamp Thing are going to be in it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh no,
nice.
that's actually for the next one, I believe. For the animated series, I know they're bringing in the Teen Titans and they're bringing in I forgot who else, but oh yeah, that
But
Constantine
yeah,
is in
since
there
we're on
too.
the
Yeah.
same topic of Justice League Dark, let me talk about the series then. JJ Abrams.
J.J. Abrams
Oh,
is a
for the
great
Abrams,
series
fucking
then.
he's bringing
Oh,
director.
out
gotcha.
his series of Justice League Dark. So what do you guys, how do you think
Well, that's gonna
his
be going the
series would be better?
HBO route.
Yeah, it is
So
gonna go the HBO route.
that's gonna be a rated R for sure. He
That's
wants to go
even
rated
better,
R.
dude. Yeah.
Think
And that's what
so?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Since I was bringing up
Guaranteed?
those
He
comics,
says he wants to do a rated R, especially since it's HBO.
especially since HBO. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a whole different realm. Basically like the DCU. They also have a multiverse. They have different Earths. They have Earth 12, Earth 99,
Yeah.
Earth Prime. So I feel like they're going that route where every single thing they do, which is either they're doing a show, everything that's from that show is gonna be from one Earth. Anything that's gonna be in the say HBO that has some sort of part
Yeah.
of DCU, that's gonna be another Earth. Then you have multiple Earths. But what I have been hearing about that is that they do want to be able to correlate all those shows, all those movies, and connect them together. They are actually
Damn,
able
that'd be
to
pretty
do that.
awesome. If hopefully they do it. Like I was saying, DC needs to do something different.
I mean, they
so
kind of
even
already
with this
did it with
Justice
the
League
Ezra
Dark
Miller going into
the CW
Flashpoint and
shows, yeah, that was
so
pretty
that was just a
cool.
good
So that's a
step in
little
for
like
that.
a little glimpse, and I know fans did like the fact that they did that. So with this Justice League Dark, I think it's a whole different. Like you said, they've already had different animated series, but I think with everything that's new coming
Yeah.
out, especially with the MCU, they gotta compete somehow.
And
You know what
like
I'm saying?
and like Stefan says, you got Constantine and Swamp Thing to
Yeah,
be
there you
in
go.
there.
So now that we're talking about this,
Those already characters
JJ's.
that we've already seen established. Two Swamp Things, is already a
Yeah, it sucks how they cut
show,
his,
which
they canceled it,
due to
right? It
budgeting,
sucks, man.
unfortunately they couldn't continue. But I mean, seeing maybe reprising that role, I didn't hear J.J. Abrams say that this whole Dark Justice League series is gonna be they're gonna have big budgeting for it. So they're actually
Man,
gonna
so
when
that
it comes to
series for it
HBO,
to be an
they
HBO,
HBO, yeah,
I don't see
I
why
mean,
not.
everything that HBO has dropped so far.
And you
has
said it's
been
gonna be
good. You
rated
got Game
R,
of
right? Oh, he's
Thrones,
trying to make it rated R.
Yeah, he's want to, because
Well,
that's
with
gonna be a
those
whole different
characters-
Earth. It's gonna be totally different.
So
with
do
the
we know what
Justice
other
League, that's-
characters are coming out for that for the series?
The only two fully confirmed that I know are them. I know probably the
Mhm.
Justice League will have some sort in there. I don't know if they'll bring in, say, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, a cameo.
Ooh.
We'll see. Maybe.
Maybe they'll bring like another version of her, like in case they, like you said, they're trying to connect it, right?
Yeah.
So do you think it'll be like a Wonder Woman kind of thing where they'll convert her into like the dark side, or like what we saw in like the C-Dub shows? They had reverse opposites of themselves.
Yeah.
But in the C-Dub, I guess it was easier to portray their own role as a villain.
Yeah. And
But
also
when it
talking
comes-
about that, I know you said John Diggle, you would want that his reprising.
Yeah,
they wanted
in
him
the
to do.
DC,
Apparently,
yeah.
I think that is still going on, but it's
Ooh.
because they're gonna bring in a Superman show. The CW might be dropping in,
Damn,
so
a
that's
new
why at the end of the
Superman?
crisis,
Or is
how
it
he
gonna be
finds,
that
how he
same-
finds the
yeah.
asteroid and he finds the ring,
Yeah.
and he tells Superman that he wants to move to Metropolis. Apparently, that's gonna lead up to him becoming the Green Lantern
Well, I
in
didn't
that
know he
universe of
said
the
that to
Superman.
But that's what they're saying. He
Mhm.
so the moment that happens, he tells Superman like, "Hey, like,
In the crisis, he says it. I forgot where, but he does tell him that he has plans to move to Metropolis.
that's crazy."
And
Oh yeah,
since
they
they're-
were gonna move
Yeah.
there. There you go. He was
Uh-huh.
gonna move. Yeah. All right. I remember that. He did say he was gonna move, but I don't think he. All right. I thought you meant he said it after. He
No,
found out. Yeah, he said
yeah.
it prior. He's like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, I'm moving my family."
Yeah,
and
so
going-
now
and as soon
that
as
they
he
have
closed the
that-
van, yeah, they can't. That'd be pretty cool, dude. And like just with the Justice League Dark, I really do hope, no matter what characters they bring out, well, like we said, we know Constantine and Swamp Thing, but I really, then talking about Constantine, do you think it's gonna be the Constantine
Ye-
that we see in
yeah, it would
in,
be has Matt Ryan. I
Legends
think
of
that's
the-
his name.
the DC Legend of
Mhm.
Tomorrow? Damn,
Yeah,
dude, that's gonna
he's
be
gonna be
awesome,
reprising the role
bro.
again.
He's been killing it,
Supposedly-
dude. He's been killing
Supposedly,
it.
I've read online that we might also see Batman, Black Orchid,
Ooh.
Zatanna,
Ooh, okay.
so
Damn, that's awesome.
Deadman. That's another character.
So if they're
supposedly on
bringing
the
out
team.
a HBO Batman, that's freaking crazy. So and they're trying to
Yeah.
connect. So, but it's good, like you said, it's different universes,
Well,
different
yeah.
different worlds, so they could collide.
But then again,
together.
it's because it's just it's the Justice League Dark. It's the more anti-hero version of the Justice League. Instead of having Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, you have more of those not known heroes that are more known,
Yeah.
that are able to that are down to get their hands dirty.
Yep.
So I feel like that's why it's gonna
Someone's
be
got to
that.
do it.
Yeah, someone's gotta do it,
Exactly.
I guess if
man.
the Suicide Squad was kind of like that, maybe they would be like that. That could be considered.
Except
maybe.
stronger villains. I mean, stronger heroes, I
Mhm.
guess. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool aspect. And since we're on the topic of DC, DC is releasing multiple comics April 28th. Even though I think I brought it up 2 weeks ago or last week, or no, it was like 2 weeks ago, I
That
believe.
it's taking a
Where-
dive.
the comic book series, the comic book industry is taking a dive, a sick dive, because all the
Understandably.
publishers that would publish their comics, no, not the publishers, the company that would hand out the comics that would distribute the comics to every comic store, they just paused. They said, you know
Yeah.
what, we're gonna pause this. We're not gonna distribute any new comics, so they hit a hiatus. So to me, I ain't gonna lie, this is news to me.
Yeah,
This is
no, they're
news, and
dropping
I
them.
guess this is good news, because is this the only industry that's gonna do it? Is DC?
No, I mean, I believe there's gonna be talks on it. I mean, so far,
So it's not confirmed yet.
No, yeah, they are. I have here. It's gonna be Batman issue 89. You're gonna have Daphne Bryan. You're gonna have The Dreaming. You're gonna have Nightwing, and Batman Giant. So those are
Ooh,
the
okay.
4 new upcoming comics that are gonna be coming out.
I like that.
Yeah, there's not much detail really about him.
Run that list back, Josh.
It's
What was
gonna
that?
be Batman 89.
Ooh.
Apparently it's gonna say there's Daphne Bryan.
All right.
There's also the Dreamin'. You're gonna have Nightwing, which I know Nick is gonna
Nick,
go
damn,
freaking crazy
there's
over
something-
his
hopefully
favorite.
hopefully
Nightwing
he's
and his
keeping up.
shenanigans.
I know Nick come back no matter what.
But these are all
James,
comics,
too,
though, right?
You
these
guys,
are all comics, yeah. So I don't know if
Alright,
Nick's into
alright.
comics like that.
yeah, we got, and then Batman Giant.
That's awesome. I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, as long as they try to keep bringing something to the table that has to do with comics, even if it's comic books,
Yeah, exactly.
No
dude.
matter
People
what the
want
dive is,
something- people want something
gotta
new,
continue
no matter
it,
what.
yeah.
Whether it's a TV series, a movie, comics. Like I said, comics they had canceled them, so I was used to not every Wednesday. I kind of like slacked off a little
Yeah.
bit, but every Wednesday, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like
new
it's
comic
also
book
also
day.
a good time, because they have more freedom to actually get into what they really like doing. Like we usually before this whole crisis,
Yeah,
they had their schedule, from 8 to this. I have to go work out, and then I have to go direct this, or I
Yep.
have to do this. They're at a certain schedule where they didn't have time to actually have that freedom of liberty to get creative on their stuff. Now that there is some sort of window for them to relax and let that really flow into them, I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of this comics coming to life, and hopefully it does help the comic industry grow more, because like you said, I mean, this is a big world. You can go many
dude,
different
it's
directions,
huge, man.
Sure.
many different storylines.
But I'll take any one of these titles over whatever the hell Gotham High is.
Yeah,
Oh, that's for
Jesus,
sure, dude. Yeah, that's for
I
sure.
checked
ain't
out
gonna
the
lie.
last Heroes and Mutants podcast episode, and y'all are breaking that down. And I was like,
Yeah.
say this isn't real.
It is
Dude,
real,
yeah,
man.
it was
It is
crazy. Like, 'cause they were
real.
trying to do it like something in the modern world. I understand that aspect of it,
This is why we can't have nice things.
but I don't
I
know.
know, of
Yeah,
course.
I don't
We
know.
can't,
Like, I'm
man.
not judging against it. I just feel, I don't know, dude. They just try something. I don't know. I guess a round of applause just for trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. If people like it, they like it. Me personally, I
What?
don't.
If I was-
you know?
yeah, no, but no.
Tell me you're not rallying against the idea of that, Ruben.
Oh,
Gotham High.
nah, dude. Like we said, anything is better. Any of these new DC titles are better than Gotham High.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
As
Yeah,
long
I'm
as
cool
we
with
agree on
dude.
that, we
Yeah,
don't
dude. Nah,
want
forget
that.
that, dude. I'd rather read more Power Ranger comics, Ninja Turtles.
As long as
and
it
all
doesn't
that.
become a cartoon. we're good
Oh, who
too.
knows,
Oh,
dude? I mean,
shoot.
knowing the way
If it
freaking
picks up
Cartoon
steam.
Network
Saying,
goes,
dude.
and they like adding all them
I ain't gonna
freaking
lie, see, this is
shows,
where
Disney
DC
XD.
whether it's comics or anything like that, I think this is where DC's just trying new things, bro. They're just trying to like compete with Marvel right now, and they're trying anything, bro. They're just trying to pull a bunny out of their hat. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make something. They're trying to make some sort of magic happen. But I don't know, man. I don't know. No.
Yeah, no,
But you know what? Let's go
Gotham
back
High,
to
but I'm
Marvel,
excited
right?
for
Let's
that,
go back
though.
to Marvel, the industry that's killing it right now and staying on top of their things.
What you got?
Marvel is supposedly going to release the Spider-Man Maximum Venom show. Did you guys hear about that?
Well, I mean, I think it's just this season that's going on, because I know that Spider-Man show is a Disney XD show. It's
Yeah.
already going
Mhm.
on. They're talking about the whole Maximum Venom
Yeah.
storyline, which is just the storyline of how the whole symbiote gets introduced into like the whole Spider-Man. They're
Oh, yes.
bringing in Guardians of the Galaxy in there. They're bringing in.
Do you think that's good for like what's going on in the MCU, like the
Well, I mean, it's
cinema
just-
wise and all that?
Well, I mean, I think so. I mean, it's a Disney XD show.
That's
So
what I'm
them having
saying.
Venom already, that means they have some liberty of using Venom outside of them.
Do you think that would ruin though, like the storyline, the way Venom is trying to move
No,
forward? or
because this
anything
looks
like
more
that?
like it's a cartoon that's kind of to attract the new younger generation. It's an animated Spider-Man series for them, as how we had ours.
Supposedly, based on like the clips, these short clips that have premiered, it shows our favorite friendly neighborhood Spider-Man battling
Yeah.
what appears to be a robot that has the symbiote on it.
Yeah, because
Ooh,
the
okay.
symbiotes is multiples. So
Yeah, yeah,
in
exactly.
that
There's not just
time, yeah,
one.
basically.
And he has a new suit that he's equipped to help battle this new Venom symbiote threat.
Nice.
And supposedly Venom's trying to bring this some shattering, like earth-threatening thing from its home planet to come. So something totally different than the Venom storylines we've seen.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
really
Yeah,
different,
something
you
different
know,
for sure.
Because in the movie, what is it? It's just an asteroid that hits and then follows Tobey Maguire home.
In the
In the
original
movie.
cartoon,
And then in the cartoon, the original cartoon.
J. Jonah Jameson's son gets it from one of his space missions
Yeah.
and hops on Earth.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Like you're saying, they could do. I guess I like how you guys brought those different, versions of what could happen. It's pretty cool, dude. I'm looking forward to it. I guess, like I said, it's news to me. I mean, like you said, the series has been going on, but like they're trying to do something different with the whole maximum wise, right?
Yeah.
Venom and the symbiotes.
But
and
I
all
mean,
that.
it's also cool because like from the storyline, like they said, it's from space, so they do show the Guardians. They do show, what is it? Thor.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out a way. I know in the comics, this Thor does have has a history with the symbiote. The symbiote has been around since the beginning.
Dude.
Yeah, you know that.
Has.
That's the virus that's been here since the beginning of time. So
It's
everyone's
been
had their
around,
take
man.
with it, especially since it's space.
And I like how last year too with the comics, dude. Yeah, last year, dude, towards the end of the year, halfway towards the second half of the year of 2019, the comics, bro, they went crazy with the symbiotes, bro.
Planet of the Symbiote.
Everybody, everybody
Carnage's
freaking
new
was
storyline.
Everybody became, a
crazy.
symbiote somehow. And then I also like about talking about that too, the comics from last year as well. The Carnage. As soon as we heard Carnage was gonna come out into the new movies, comic books just started freaking dropping a bunch of new storylines to Carnage. And like you said, there will be Carnage, bro. On the new comic books, Carnage came back to hunt down everybody that has ever been a symbiote, bro, or has been infected by the symbiote. And I think that storyline is pretty awesome. Because
Carnage
bro.
always wants
down
to
the
be
line,
the biggest.
the most
he wants to be the
dominant
strongest.
one,
He wants to be number one.
And I think
better
it's
to
cool.
stop this from happening than Eddie Brock.
Eddie
Hey,
Brock.
That's right, man.
We're gonna
Man,
see
that's
the first
awesome,
take of
man.
that. I'm excited
That's
for
awesome,
that, man.
dude.
Eddie
It's gonna
Brock
be
finally
cool,
coming
dude.
in.
Oh man, I just hope, man. I just want all this not dumb shit, because it is pretty serious, but I really want all this COVID-19 stuff to go through already. I want to go away already, bro. Like, I want these movies to draw. I want these TV series, productions, all these. Yeah, like I said, production hit a hiatus on a lot of stuff just because of what's going on, man. And especially the MCU. MCU is taking a big hit just by this.
I mean, they've been having their own little talks where they're finding little ways to try to start production sooner than expected.
At least some way safer, or at least
But
some scenes. There's ways of doing scenes, they should just start doing it the way they did it with voiceovers.
characters and CGI stuff.
Characters weren't recording in front of each other. They brought one actor to voice out his stuff, and then the other actor came in another day and they did that voiceover. I could see them doing something like that where they just do, unless they have like more than one, more than three at least. If they have more than three superheroes in one scene, then that's when like it'll be more difficult, to do. Or if they have solo scenes, like let them record the solo scenes. With technology nowadays, dude, they don't all have to be there, Let one person be there, do his recording, and then the next person another day, let him do his recording, and then just like, editing. All this editing stuff, dude, and it could happen. I mean, it's more work,
time
but
consuming, but
it might be more work. But hey, if they really want to, make something happen, and I think that's something they could work with. That's me personally, but I don't know. Moving on. Talking about DC, since we're talking about DC, there is a possibility they may cast a new Flash due to misconduct.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that. I don't know if you guys seen the freaking video,
the
dude.
411
That shit
on
was
that?
freaking crazy.
Oh, wait,
Allegedly.
I cannot with you.
Yeah,
I was thinking freaking.
It was at Walmart, right?
Oh,
with the old lady.
With some woman. I don't know if it was an old lady or not.
Something.
But Urza, what?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, dude.
Chokehold the lady.
Chokehold the lady. Like, the way they portrayed it, like he was messing around and all that, because they said the lady was laughing.
In the video, you
But
could see her kind of like
yeah, like
giggling,
she
but
giggled or she smiled, but
maybe
it's still
maybe
something
he
you
hit a
wouldn't
funny
want.
spot. She was like,
It's
fuck,
still I
it's a
still wouldn't
cat.
want to do that
Okay.
in public though, bro. That was pretty dumb
But
of
did
him.
she like call the cops or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Do you have the 411 on that, Josh?
No, I mean TMZ just dropped the whole video, and
Ah,
that's where I
TMZ,
saw it. You
dude.
know,
It's always TMZ is always the first one.
Yeah.
on that.
Sounds like
He's
they're
like-
just goofing around.
Yeah, I think he was
probably.
goofing around, but that's still not something you want out there in public, you know, especially if you're like,
especially
main
with the struggle
character,
of the whole
especially-
Flash.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they've been trying to freaking
But then
make that
I
Flash
think-
movie. For
I think I
such a
brought it
long
up
time.
where they are. He is
Where
doing
is
his own movie, but he found a different producer or director.
For
or
what, for
something like that.
Flash?
For the Flash. I think we brought it up episode 3, 4, if I'm not mistaken. Or I brought it up. But yeah, I think the movie is following through. The only
It's
thing
gonna take a while.
is
for
just
that
they
movie
just
to
don't
come
know a
out.
storyline.
It's
And
gonna
then with
be-
all this
Dang.
going
No,
on,
honestly, I
can't
feel like
do
the
Jack nowadays.
They can. I feel like the best way for them to do the whole restart is doing a Flashpoint. You know, Flashpoint.
a lot of
always-
people don't want that. I mean,
they,
I
they
would want
don't.
it,
but
a lot
I
of
mean,
people
I
don't
feel,
want
I
that
feel
to
like it
happen.
would be a way for them to clean up the mess that they did with the Justice League in order for them to continue what they're doing.
Okay.
I feel like that's what they're. I feel like that's the only way. Like maybe the DCU could find a way to fix that everything to the situation. You know, Flashpoint, he does go back in time. He does fuck shit up for people. It does mess with the timeline when he goes back. So why not do something like that and then
Yeah.
just run with it and then create a whole new universe with the DC? You don't have to use. I mean, Gal Gadot. I don't know how many movies she has signed
Yeah, I
with
don't know
them,
either.
or you know, Jason Momoa. We don't know how long he's gonna be Aquaman either.
So this is Flash for the DCEU.
For the DCU,
Yeah, for the
universe,
DCU
for the,
universe.
cinematic universe.
And he's the one that came out in the recent Justice League movie and portrayed
I
the
liked
Flash.
him.
I liked him. He was pretty
good.
cool. And especially the way,
He was
like you
aight.
said, they introduced him in the C-Dub show with that Flash, you know, so we know there's multiple universes where
Yeah.
there's more than one. Even though we already knew there was more than one Flash, but they introduced him in the universe of the C-Dub universe, I should say. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So after that, and like I said, he had found someone to make a movie with. I don't think he's gonna do it with the original directors that were gonna do it because there was a bunch of hiatus on that too. But like I said, with all this what just happened, his
The whole video
stupidity and
part.
all that, the whole video. I mean, and say I'm wrong, right? Say I'm wrong, and he doesn't have like the goal to make his own movie the way he wanted to, and they do a recast. Who would you guys? Is there anyone in mind that you guys would want to see as a portray the role?
Fuck it, get Aaron Paul. He was in Need for Speed.
Ooh, yes.
Damn, dude.
Actually, that
I
would have
didn't
been
even
a good
think
choice.
about that
yeah.
at all.
That would be fucking dope.
You think
Aaron
he'd be
Paul.
good to
I think so.
Because I would think like maybe a younger, skinnier guy to
wouldn't
portray
just
Flash, right?
Well,
But
because
Aaron
he's
Paul is
pretty
a badass.
short. So, well, I guess in the
He
old,
does. He
He's
does.
a-
He
he's
is
Is he
badass.
too
badass.
short to be Flash?
nah, he'd be cool. Well,
Mhm.
Tom Cruise is pretty short, and he looks pretty tall in his movies. So, I mean, if they get a short
Right.
actor, dude, I think they could make it happen with. Yeah, I think they could make it happen with the Flash
of wood on
too,
the
dude.
fucking.
It's crazy because I didn't know that until maybe 5 years ago. I didn't know that until like 5 years
Oh,
ago.
about
'Cause I
Tom
never
Cruise?
cared about, I never looked into the facts about how tall he was and all that, you know? So 5 years ago, I found out that, yeah, dude, he's not as tall as he seems in his movies. He's like he's like
I see.
shorter than 5'6" or something like that. That was a short dude. So that they can do something like that. I
Damn,
mean,
Aaron
I mean,
Paul's
that's a good one, dude. That's like
That is. a
that
good
caught me
one.
off guard, bro. That's a good actor right
Well,
there.
what you guys got?
Damn.
So what you think?
As
That's
a
right.
Flash right now, I would go with someone young, but let me see. Who do I like that I've been watching on TV shows or movies?
Who is young? Actually, I haven't been following any young actors to even think about who would. be
Yeah, I
the
haven't kept
Flash.
up with any.
I would
young
want Grant
actors.
Gustin to play Flash. I would want him to do a DCU cinematic universe.
But what if he does do the Flash though? Like
But
that.
I mean,
Like you would want Grant in.
yeah,
oh,
that would be. I would
awesome.
want him. In
Yeah,
that, too.
he.
feel
I
it
like
would
the
be a
way he
good
does
to bring
Barry
Grant
Allen. Like
back.
he's not too big or too skinny. Like he's perfect. He's not too short. Oh, I don't even know how tall he is. Really.
It has to be someone that could
But-
pull off the whole scientific, smart, like fucking brain.
I know the
Kinda like Tom
vocabulary.
Holland, you know,
yeah,
like Tom
dude, they gotta
Holland
know the
kills it as Spider-Man.
vocabulary
He knows the
because
whole
yeah, in
fucking-
the Flash in the C-Dub series,
because
He knows his stuff too,
It has
'cause
to be
he's a
something.
CSI,
If somebody
he's a
like that,
CSI
because
detective, yeah.
Flash has the same personality as Spider-Man, so I feel like they would have to find somebody with
Yeah,
those
that's crazy.
type
But damn,
of.
I really don't know who I would
Because who's
choose
funny?
right now.
Flash is a little dorkier than Spider-Man is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Flash is
he
more
is,
darker.
dude.
Yeah.
He is. He's more of a nerd, like
Well,
not geeky.
okay, I
but
could
he's
go
more
back to
nerd.
Gordon Levitt's to being him. That's Flash. He's kind
Damn, I
of
can't
still
think
kind of
of an
muscular, a
actor.
little
Right
wimpy,
now, as
but
an
I feel
actor,
like
I
he
can't
could pull
think of
that off.
one, dude. I ain't gonna lie, I can't think of someone that I could see him. I do like Grant Gustin. I'm just used to Grant right now, the way he's portraying the role. And
Yeah,
then
he's killing
Miller,
it.
he's cool too, but I ain't gonna lie, I like Grant better than him as the Flash.
But if you're
Yeah,
trying to get an adult version,
an adult version Barry. Shit,
that's a very fucking difficult one.
that is a difficult
Have
one.
Keanu Reeves be fucking.
Nah, hell nah. I wouldn't hell nah, dude. I cannot see him as the Flash. Definitely not, dude. Damn, bro. Damn, if he was still alive, R.I.P. Paul Walker, bro. I could have seen him as the Flash.
He has that face structure.
He has that
Oh, we could
facial
see that.
structure and all that, you know. Oh, damn, maybe his younger brother, dude. What's his name? Cody? No.
I don't know. his
Something
brother's
like that.
name.
Damn, I don't know. Someone like that. I could even nominate Charlie, bro. Charlie freaking Hunnam.
You have so many. You could choose from so many people. I just can't. I'm not good with remembering actors.
Yeah, same here, dude. I
See,
don't.
if Jimmy
I'm
were
not
here,
gonna
he'd be
remember.
rattling off names.
He
I
like
know,
would.
tomorrow.
yeah,
He would. That's what I'm saying.
But
When it comes to
he's
actors,
a movie
though, it's
expert.
hard.
You
Yeah,
know,
he's
he knows
definitely
this
movie
shit.
expert.
Hell yeah, respect to him, man. Fucking
Shout out
James.
James, come
better
back.
see your ass here next week.
Yeah, most definitely. Caught me off guard, bro. Not coming today.
But glad
straight
you're here,
up.
Staffy. Glad you're
But
here.
yeah, we got our special guest filling in the spot,
Guarantee.
dropping his knowledge into all these
Word up.
topics.
What you got?
So let me move on to the next topic. Since we were talking about Spider-Man and how he kind of relates to freaking the Flash, because it's pretty true. Who would you guys like to see in the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3 as a villain? Or had they
Well, I mean,
confirmed who's coming
Craven.
out? Craven? Oh, it's gonna be crazy. See, that's what I was trying to bring up earlier.
But they
too.
have multiple. They said there's gonna be multiple because this is introduction to the Sinister. So we already have the villains that are already named for there. You know, we have what?
From what we know,
we have
then?
Vulture. We have freaking Scorpion's gonna be in there too. Who else? God damn it!
See,
I can't think of anybody
So
else.
what Tom Holland needs now in his character's journey is, and we kind of seen a little bit of it in Far From Home because he kind of got wrecked a little bit, like by that train. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like in Sam Raimi's 2002 Spider-Man, in the end of that climax, Tobey Maguire takes a beating from
Oh,
Green
heck
Goblin.
yeah, dude.
And that's a character builder right there. So I'd like to see like maybe someone like Craven. I've heard rumblings about that in the new Spider-Man.
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Tom
We need
Holland
someone to
just
beat
in
the
a
crap out of
we
savage
him.
do
battle.
need someone. Yeah,
Someone
we
that's
talked
gonna
about
force
this,
Tom
2
Holland
weeks ago, I believe.
to
Peter
man
Parker to man up and
Yeah.
go to that next level of
and that would
doing
be
what's
and I would
necessary.
and I feel
Well, he needs to man
and
up,
going back
yeah.
to what me
Mentality.
and James were talking about, I feel like if they were to bring in Craven, you know how he says that he does beat the crap out of Spider-Man.
does.
He made that's a big change for Spider-Man. That's when he truly like figures out, you know, every time he does have a struggle with the villain, he always finds himself. He always finds a way to pull through,
Yeah.
you know. And I feel like that would be a great way for them to show the shine of him, of how he would become a great leader for the Avengers.
I could see him as the leader.
I feel,
down the
especially with
line.
Spider-Man 3, I feel like that would be a great way to show like the struggle of him still trying to find himself as Spider-Man, you know.
Yeah.
Craven is a great character to be introduced, especially, you know, Mysterio is supposed to come back from the dead. You know, he's the master of fucking
Magic, dude.
yeah,
Basically,
freaking Far From Home, man. That scene when before he gets hit by the train, that shit was epic to me. Oh my god, and honestly, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal
Very
kills
dark.
it as
He
freaking,
does.
he
as the
kills it as Mysterio. I would
Yeah,
like to see
dude.
him back.
I would
on
like
there.
him to see him back.
Different,
yeah.
little different storyline than what the comics is.
Yeah.
But overall, he still pulled that freaking part through. He killed it as freaking Mysterio. But yeah, no, Tom Holland, I would like to see him get his ass beat more than he did with Mysterio, because it was not even him. You know, Mysterio didn't do any fighting. He was just behind the freaking droids the whole time. It was just little visions for them to like that. I would want to see someone that's more physical, someone where he is gonna have to like get down and like he just has to get dirty, no matter what. He's trying to escape from people. He has a hit on him,
Yeah, aside from the villains that we do know are coming out, I mean, if they do try to bring
Rhino.
someone surprisingly, that's what I'm saying.
I'd like to see Rhino.
I'd like to see Hobgoblin.
Ooh.
That'd be a
dude,
good
that's
one.
the one they need to bring.
'Cause Hobgoblin's
out,
so
dude. I've wanted him to
nefarious
come out
as a
in the
villain.
movie for the longest, but damn, bro, they've been lagging it, man, and I really want that to happen. I
Yeah.
really do want that.
I'd like to see another take on the Lizard, because the Lizard's brutal.
Oh, the
Or
Lizard
even
is
if it's
almost
not a
killed
villain,
Spider-Man
you know what?
several
Let me
times.
throw you
Doc Ock would be
guys.
good as
Let
hell
me
too. I
pitch
would wanna
this
see
to you
Doc Ock.
guys.
Mhm.
Even if they're not villains, well, because they kind of do collide, they do kind of fight. Even if it's not like a big villain, I would want to see Deadpool come out, bro, in Spider-Man 3. Because I know in the comics they have the Deadpool versus Spider-Man, Spider-Man versus Deadpool comics, and they
Him just
always,
coming out of nowhere.
and they always, whether sometimes they team up, but sometimes they have their fights. You know what I'm saying? So whether he might not be villainous, it might be not. Well, you know how there's always heroes that fight because they think, oh man, he's a bad guy, or he's not on the same team as me.
Deadpool's
So I
a
could see that
nuisance.
happening, bro.
To
That's what I'm
Spidey.
saying. That would be
You're a
pretty cool.
nuisance,
You
sir.
are a
I could
nuisance,
see
my
that
sir.
happening.
Breaking into Peter
bro.
Parker's apartment, doing his chores, leaving notes, stealing
Eating
his
pizza.
stuff, eating
Pizza
pizza.
Planet
like
Pizza,
it's
baby.
nobody's
man.
business.
Deadpool's
Like you
so
pay
fucking
rent up in
calm.
that
Oh
joint.
man, he's gonna catch me in my boxers and all that stuff, eating a pizza, bro.
My boy. Yeah, my
Spider-Man,
smile just went down
Spider-Man
from
don't
there.
want none, bro.
That would be cool.
I did
But-
see that storyline in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe where he just straight caps Spider-Man through the dome. And I'm like, that's unrealistic because Spidey's got that spider
Spider
sense.
sense.
Feel me?
Yeah,
Can't hit
but
that
Tom
from-
Holland hasn't gotten a hold of
That's
that.
not
He
true
does. He
because
does it,
yeah,
but
totally
what is it?
juked
They call it
Mysterio.
what? Fucking the Peter Tingle.
The Peter,
They gotta
something
change that.
like that.
Hopefully,
yeah.
at least, hopefully in this movie they do. He's like, all right,
Now
you
that
know
they
what?
have,
Fuck the Tingle.
hopefully
It's the
Sony
fucking
gives
Spider
them,
sense.
like,
Nah,
let them
see, because
expand
that
those
was a
rights.
defining moment in Spider-Man Far From Home when it's the climax of the movie and Mysterio's illusions are in that little tunnel or whatever, and Spidey relies on the Peter Tingle, aka Spider Sense, to get him through those illusions, those drones, and then freaking bust Mysterio in the freaking face.
Before he shot
fool.
him in the back of the
Dude.
dome. Yep. He's like, nope.
Well, it'd be pretty cool just to throw in Deadpool in the mix somehow.
Somebody new.
It'd be pretty cool.
Especially, I mean, the way they're making it seem like this movie is gonna have a lot of combat. Deadpool's known for being that kind of person.
Yeah, I think this
So,
is.
so for that to be a team up and then for them to do that, that would be a great way to bring in Deadpool since he is a rated R character. Maybe bring him kicking some ass. Maybe not like saying no bad words or some stuff, but just overall seeing.
I think it'll
him.
be like some sort of stepping stone if they do that somehow. Not if they don't bring him in, but I think Spider-Man 3 is gonna be a new stepping stone for the character. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
have to do something different, like you said, whether it's Craven kicking his ass or something, or just him maturing to the next level, basically.
Yeah.
Where like he knows he can't hold back, or he has to take.
And
it a
that's
little
always
more
great. And
serious
that's
or
always
something,
great to see, freaking growing up with the character,
Yeah,
especially
it's
in the
awesome,
timeline.
dude. Like,
For us, we grew up with Tony Stark from the beginning, since Iron Man 1 going to freaking Endgame. We
Yeah,
saw
that
his
leader
growth
role
as
he
Tony
was a
Stark.
leader,
In the
dude.
beginning, he was all fucked up. Like, he wasn't himself, but you see him, he's the compassion that he has. He's always been there. He always wants to help. And then when we saw him in Endgame, that's why when he
outsmarted
that's why,
Thanos, dude.
And just that sacrifice, seeing that
shows
happen,
a lot, man.
Yeah,
It shows a lot.
that was a great way for
I
to
like
end the
him.
character. And then, honestly, to all of us, that was something we felt when we saw it.
Dude, and it's crazy just
like Logan.
talking about that because he planned ahead for that, bro. Like he knew he couldn't do the snap himself with the Power Stones because the Infinity Stones because he would die. But he still went ahead and said,
And
you
did
know
it.
what? This is last resort. Like if it's gonna be him or me and it comes down to it better be me, and that shows a lot, like you're saying. Like that shows
It's
a
a
lot of leadership
sacrifice,
and a sacrifice.
He gave
That's why I
himself
always
up to
thought.
save the
That's why I
world.
always thought. Like a lot of people thought Captain America was the more solid leader, but I always knew Tony was the one right-headed. Even though he sounded crazy at times, he was
always
more
right.
right-headed. He was always right. And like
yeah.
he said, he saw Thanos coming. He even said he had dreams about it. After he freaking after he freaking
After the first Avengers
first
movie, he had the
Avengers
vision
movie,
where he
yeah.
saw all of them on his freaking
dying,
throne,
and he
dead.
said he
Yeah.
thought he killed them and all that, you know. But it
Yeah.
was more what happened with
until
Thanos.
Infinity,
so-
when he heard the name, he's like, okay, that he's been coming in my visions for the
so
longest
it's like
time.
he
It's what's
knew, but
been
then he
haunting
sounded
him, you know?
crazy. Yeah, so he
That's-
sounded crazy, like you're tripping, dude.
It was
But-
what led up to the whole them breaking up in Civil War, you know, like it's been fucking with his head since the beginning.
Yeah.
So he's that.
Yeah,
when
like
it
I don't
happened was
agree like a lot with the Civil War on Tony's side of it. But
I do honestly at the time. Him,
I
that
do and I
scene of
don't, bro.
him
I do
beating
and I
fucking
don't.
that scene of him beating Bucky and Captain America is like, oh
I
my
do and I
that
don't.
scene.
Yeah,
I give,
but that was-
I give
yeah.
him
Both they asses.
he beat the crap out of them.
Hell yeah, that
But
fighting
come
scene.
on,
I think that
wouldn't
was the
you-
best fighting scene in Civil War,
Shoot.
bro. When they were out there and
But like that feeling
snow.
of betrayal, you know, like this freaking guy is here to,
No, but what
to
got
be
me
with me no
more-
matter what. We saved the world
But
together.
see, I don't
and you're
even-
holding the biggest fucking secret
like
ever.
you knew,
not
he
letting
killed
me know
my-
that your best friend killed my fucking
Yeah,
parents.
I think that's what hurt more. Like
that's
alright,
why. That's
like-
why at the time, at the moment, I did not. I was on Iron Man's side. I'll be like, hell yeah, I would have done the same crap. Like,
Well, see, I was and
Smack.
I wasn't just because I think this is something we need to talk about next time. But I just make it quick. I think freaking he was right and wrong at the same time because you don't want to give up all your rights to the
Yeah.
government. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing for you? You're gonna work for the government now when in reality you've actually saved the world because you weren't working with the government. I do understand the restrictions of it, but I don't think you gotta sign over all your rights to the point where you're owned by the government as superheroes. So that's the only aspect of it where
with
I'm like,
Tony.
yeah,
going
where I'm
that
like, I
route.
don't agree with you. I do agree where like you guys could team up with the government and like, okay, there's certain things I can and cannot do. And like, yeah, Wanda messed up. She killed innocent
Yeah.
people. But like the way they put her in that prison cell, yeah, bro, like that.
Yeah,
that
well, I
shouldn't the way
mean,
it been.
the reason why Tony did that was just because he was already messed up in the head. You know, he didn't want to see any more deaths. So the only way he would not see any more deaths
Yeah,
is
and you
to
also
agree with
saw
the
the way
government.
he,
And
that's true.
that's the route he
It's a
went.
smart
As,
That's
as
true.
for Captain
Well, he went the
America, his
safer
thoughts were
route.
like, okay, you know what? Like sometimes we don't like. I know there's this fight, and we have to fight because if we don't,
That's why I didn't
it's
agree
the
with
end, you
Tony.
know? yeah. But I mean, in that part where it's just them with that, I'd be freaking. I agree with Tony for some reason.
All right.
Plus, I like Tony. I
We'll
don't
agree
like
to
Cap.
disagree. We'll agree to disagree. I do like Tony more. I'll tell you that much. We'll agree to disagree. Mark Ruffalo, bro. I hear he wants to team up with the kind of whether it's a TV series or a movie. He wants to team up and do some sort of Hulk Wolverine kind of film, if I'm not mistaken. How would you guys like? Would you guys like to see that?
Dang,
Oh,
it
yeah.
eventually has to happen.
Yeah,
Eventually,
Wolverine,
right?
One of the only
Wolverine.
first man to
Eventually.
man, like man enough to go man to man with the Hulk.
Yeah.
Those
I
are one of the
mean,
best characters. They both.
We know Hugh
like,
Jackman's not gonna come in for that part, so we're gonna have to
Yeah.
expect somebody new.
It would have to
come
be
in.
someone different. And then I think it would have to be after the fact when they finally introduce the X-Men too, you know? Because I don't think they're going to introduce Wolverine right away. Because we were talking about how they're going to introduce Storm, right? And
Yeah.
Black Panther 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the introductions. I mean, you could introduce characters in so many different ways and then not relate them to the X-Men, you know? It's just a character
That's
that
true.
comes
That's true.
in,
Because
you know?
Wolverine, we do know him as
Wolverine,
a solo. He's
yeah,
always
he's
been a
been
solo
solo,
kind of
so why
dude. So
not
he
let
could
him-
he could fight with
Yeah, you could
somewhere
let him
down
walk
the
in
line.
and out. Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty
especially-
cool too because
that's
like
very big in
we
the
do
comics.
Mark Ruffalo in the Hulk, he's already done it once where you know Black Widow had to go look for him in the Avengers, right? In the
Mhm.
Avengers movie, she had to go look for him. He was already isolated.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that where he's just isolated and who knows, he bumps into Logan and yeah, you know, like they both are good people, but they
think
see each other as
differently.
monsters sometimes and they're like, okay, well, he might not be a good guy or I need to know what he's capable of. And they test each other out. I can see that happening. That'd be pretty
I'd
awesome.
want to see it.
And I want it because Mark has what, 3 more films under his
No,
contract?
like two, 3.
2, 3, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I think in one of those 3,
But,
hopefully they
yeah.
do it. I mean,
I don't feel like they're big roles that he's taking. I feel like he does
Yeah, I
have
think
3 movies and
that's what
contracts, but
sucks.
those
Yeah.
contracts could just be cameos.
but
you know?
the
Maybe
crazy
one
thing
of
is
the
that
part,
in
like-
the films that he has come out in, besides Infinity War, he did have
Ragnarok.
major roles. He had a lot of
Ragnarok.
screen time, I should say. He had a lot of
Yeah.
screen time. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Steph? On Mark Ruffalo and Wolverine? I know you said it's something that should be coming, but
Who would you want?
Who would you
Who would you
want?
want the
Savage.
Wolverine?
yeah.
Who would you want a Wolverine?
Me? Damn. I was talking about John earlier.
Yeah, No, I wouldn't see John.
It
I would
should've
see
been-
If he
the
gets
no,
big-
the
if he
one you
gets
said
big
for Sons of Anarchy. I would see him as Wolverine. If
What?
I were to
I
take-
see John more than
Charlie
Charlie.
Hunnam.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
see John.
Have you ever seen Charlie Hunnam's characters run in any show or movie, like in
No.
Sons of
Run,
Anarchy?
run a Harley.
He's a great actor. Don't make the
He's
man
a great
run
yeah.
on camera. Just don't do it.
But he wants to. He did it in King Arthur.
Sir, please.
Sir, believe it.
Even though
Yeah,
that movie
that
sucked
one
though.
did.
That movie sucked though. I'll tell you that one. That movie sucked. I didn't like that a lot.
Check it out. It should have been Tom Hardy, except he's already playing Venom, so we
And he's
can't
killing
use
that
Tom
role.
Hardy
Dude, Tom
that-
Hardy.
for.
Dude, he
Wolverine,
could play
though.
But that-
Wolverine. He could,
But we had
dude.
Josh
That'd be pretty
Brolin
awesome.
be both Cable and Thanos.
Thanos. That's true. That's very true.
So when
Tom Hardy. I could see Tom Hardy doing the two roles then.
especially if you did it in that sort of way, I feel like that could work. But
Because
I mean,
Cable's
It's too
gonna
much-
come. Cable's gonna
it's too
come
much to
back.
handle
He
mentally
didn't
at the
die
same
in the
time.
Deadpool movie either. In the second one, he didn't die, and he
No.
converted him into a good. He sacrificed his future life to stay in the past. So who knows? I mean, if they even bring out
well, he's your best friend. Talk to him, Deadpool.
who
Cable.
Cable, man, he didn't answer my phone
you
calls
go.
anymore.
Oh, why?
I shot him
What
on
do
the
you- what do
foot,
you
and he
do?
got mad.
Always with
Happens.
your nuisances.
He was complaining. He was
shenanigans.
complaining about a stub toe. So I said, you know what? Let's get rid of that toe.
Fucking stupid.
Hey, bro, you
Only
asked.
Deadpool. Only Deadpool.
All right, so check it out. Let's go. Go ahead and
would.
move on to our final topic of the night.
Alright.
Comic Con. Damn, I don't even want to bring it up, bro.
Yes,
Shit. All right,
yes, it
so
had
What's
to
to talk
come.
about?
we had three
Sweet,
bets.
sweet victory.
We had three
for me
bets,
and
this is the
Mr. Nick.
First bet that I lose.
Mr. Woody
Damn.
owes us. Cause why, Mr. Ruben? Why do you owe us money?
All right, so check it.
Let the people know.
Comic Con is canceled.
Ha
Checks out.
I
ha.
said it was a reality that maybe it could happen and that they wouldn't cancel it until like past July or some shit like that.
Getting
Or
towards June, especially
getting towards
see where it
June,
goes.
and nope, sure enough, like
cancel
not
it till
even
next year.
not even 2 weeks later, bro, they freaking canceled
Yep,
it, man.
yep.
And I guess
That's
it's good
also
though.
the
Like
best.
yeah, like you said, that's what I'm saying. I was just gonna go with the whole 180 or 360 against you guys because I wanted to bring that suspense. But I was leaning that way just because it's good though. They're playing it the safe way, you know. They're not gonna have too many people group because all those lines are long, bro. No matter whether you want to take a picture or get an autograph or just even buy comics that they have there, bro. Those lines are crazy.
Not just that, you know, people also go to Comic Con, you know, they go to Hall H, which is the biggest hall that Comic Con has.
Yeah.
It's where they have the talks. That's where they have the
announcements
new
and all that, the
trailers, all the
viewings,
they show everything there, you know. And especially with this whole stop of the COVID virus, you know, production has stopped for many productions.
know.
Like
I
a
hate
lot of
that.
shows have gone down, a lot of movies have gone down. So you know, having it in July, it's not going to give directors much time to pull something to make it at least intriguing in order to bring to the audience. You know, you don't
Yeah.
want to just have something thrown there last minute and then they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know?
That's true.
So
That's true.
I feel like that was the best step for them to go, especially since production, like I said, production always takes a while for editing. So that was the best move for them
Yeah,
to just
but
go next.
Talking about the topic, what do you guys? Besides the movies that we already knew were gonna come out, trailers and all that, do you think they were gonna drop something new that we weren't expecting? Maybe topics we've already talked about.
Maybe shows. I mean, usually what we get right now are a lot of just more talks of the MCU, what might happen, and
I know those MCU
Thor.
instead of the
Yeah,
DC,
it's always MCU. You know, that's
on
the
top
big
of the game.
yeah.
bro.
But I mean, honest question: do you guys think it's a good thing that all these leaks are always coming? Do you think it's taking away from the actual being the suspense of watching the
It's-
movie and not
it's
knowing what
good
the
and
hell's gonna
bad.
happen?
I think it's good and bad just for the
Or it's
fact
just
that
like,
because see,
Would you like to know
leaks
everything? And then be
aren't
like,
you
"Oh,
can't
yeah."
you can't always rely on leaks. You know,
Yeah.
leaks are just either they're false or they're true. But see, that's the thing. I guess that's the beauty of it sometimes because if you really think that's the way the leak is gonna happen, if you believe in it and it doesn't happen, then and I guess in a way it's cool because it depends on
But
your
what if
opinion
you're
of it.
excited for it and it just doesn't happen that way?
Then
And it was
that's your
totally
fault.
something
Then
unexpected.
that's
And
your
you're like,
fault. Then that's your fault
"Damn
for
it."
getting your hopes up. That's your
Damn
fault
it.
for getting your hopes up because that's the point. That's what they always say. Don't get your hopes up. Don't assume anything, and you can't trust anything on the internet, bro. Not always, unless you know you have your your freaking sponsors where they
Yeah.
have their legit
Leaks
you
build
know.
anticipation.
They
which is
do.
good.
That's what I'm saying. So it's good or bad. So that's what I'm saying. If it's a good leak, then all right, cool. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
expecting
especially
this.
when you
Maybe it
have
might be
like the
cool.
valid source, like.
But if
that
exactly
you-
source. That's
you
the word
already
I was
have the
looking for.
valid source as a leak, then that's perfect because it's a trustworthy source where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
and at least if it backlashes, you go back to them like, oh, you fuckers, you were wrong.
Or see, sometimes they do that on purpose just to bring the hype to the movie or TV series. They do it just to bring hype or to bring people in.
The
I should say
attention,
they want to
yeah.
reel them in. And then after they watch it, they give their opinion, and then that's how they go based off of okay, well, it was a good movie, it wasn't a good movie. Or yeah, these fuckers already know about the freaking trailers. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool, bro. That they just canceled it, I guess, just for the fact that they're keeping it safe. And it still keeps the anticipation though. It still keeps the anticipation up. We're like, damn, we're urged, we're urging. We
Yeah.
want this, we want it to come out. We want to know what's to come. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and
So,
also it just also depends on everybody individually.
Yeah,
if
and then
you're
the-
a person that wants to know everything already, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
but then you're also the people that
People
like,
gotta
okay,
be
I'm not gonna
patient,
know
man.
anything until the movie drops, and then I'm like, okay.
nah, yeah. So other than that,
But I do
dude,
both. I do
Um,
both.
it's a good thing. I agree with them. Round of applause to them. I lost money, but it's cool. Um,
Damn.
it's Deadpool got this. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. Well, you are.
We still got two
mercenary,
other
so
bets.
You just gotta go
We still got two other bets that I
kill
might
someone
win,
real
bro.
quick, and nope, there you go. We got our money.
All right, y'all. So that's all we have for tonight. I wanted to give a shout out to our guest, Stefan. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, Audio Extracts
Appreciate
coming
this
through
drop by.
clutch.
You know it.
Mr.
Most
Stefan
definitely.
Dayan
Shout out
right
to
here.
Nick and James.
Yeah,
Come back soon.
We'll
You
see
little
you guys
folks.
next week. And hopefully they come with us. Freaking James and Nick.
They'll be
Yeah,
here. They'll be back. They'll be
going.
back.
They're going
No
to.
matter
They're gonna
what,
drag
me and
their
Josh will
asses
hold
over
it
here.
down. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah, we
saying?
got
Me and
this,
Josh, Ruben and Josh will hold it down. You'll
And
see
then Stefan
Deadpool. You'll see
Dayan come
Deadpool
here
again.
too. Yeah, thank you again for
So,
subscribing, liking us, sharing, support. We're here
definitely.
through the
Let 'em know,
tough
Josh.
times just to bring in the best content to keep you guys entertained through this whole situation, which we're all gonna pull through from.
Most definitely. Let them know, Josh. Yeah, y'all keep staying safe. This is the Heroes Mutants Podcast.
Yeah, take care now.
See you guys next time. Oh,
Higher
check you
passion.
guys out. Yep.
Shout out.